Once upon a time, a ship found itself in the midst of a violent storm at sea. The ship ultimately succumbed to the tempest, and all its passengers perished in the unforgiving waves, except for one man. By the grace of God, he miraculously survived and washed ashore on a remote island in Thailand. As he regained consciousness and opened his eyes, he discovered that he was completely alone on this desolate island. Overwhelmed by his isolation, the man turned to prayer, beseeching God for assistance. However, as the days passed, his pleas went unanswered. Frustration and despair began to settle in as he spent his nights sleeping on the beach. Determined to survive, he began gathering wood and grass to construct a makeshift shelter. Salvaging items from the wreckage of the ship, he managed to eke out a meager existence by subsisting on coconuts and fish. One fateful day, while preparing a meal over a fire, disaster struck. Returning to his makeshift shelter, he found it consumed by flames. Heartbroken and angry, he directed his frustration toward the heavens, questioning why his only sanctuary had been destroyed. He lamented, "O God, I implored you for help, but you did not heed my prayers. I constructed a home here to survive, and now you've reduced it to ashes. You are cruel." Throughout the night, he continued to voice his grievances to the divine, unable to quell his disappointment. Exhausted, he eventually fell asleep on the sandy shore. At dawn, he was awakened by a thunderous noise that shattered the silence. Opening his eyes, he was astonished to see a ship anchored nearby. Overjoyed that help had finally arrived, he hurriedly boarded the vessel. Upon speaking with the ship's captain, he learned that they had spotted a distant signal from the island. The captain explained that this signal had led them to believe there was someone in need of rescue. Confused, the man responded, "I did not send any fire signal." The captain, however, insisted, "We came here in response to that fire signal." It suddenly dawned on the man that the fire signal mentioned by the captain was, in fact, his burning shelter. He realized that this unusual turn of events was part of God's plan to rescue him from the deserted island. With newfound understanding, he expressed gratitude to the divine for the unforeseen rescue. In our own lives, we often make meticulous plans, but they don't always unfold as expected. We may face challenges that test our faith, patience, and hope. During such trying times, it's crucial to maintain faith in God. In a world with over 7 billion people, each of us has a unique purpose and divine plan. By persevering in our efforts and trusting in the Almighty, we can overcome even the most daunting difficulties. Therefore, when life takes an unexpected turn and our plans seem to falter, remember that perhaps God has a grander, more profound plan in store, one that surpasses our own.